Hello, online statistics. Sorry about the video yesterday. I'm not sure what happened to the volume. However, there's a couple new questions, so I'll address those in this video as well. So one of the things that did come up is when you were doing Minitab. So there's two sections for Minitab. There's the Windows section and then also the Mac section. One thing that you can do is if you need the license, you can open this on up. And when you open it up, what is going to happen is it wants you to download it. If you click on that, what's going to happen is you'll see it download in that bottom left corner. You can right click on that and show on the folder. One of the things that I tend to do is I'll go right into the download folder and copy and paste it from there. Where you would copy and paste it to is the best place would be wherever the Minitab itself downloaded. So in my case, that's actually under C. Mine it went to Program Files x86 for some reason. And then if I come down to Minitab, I pasted it right in there. And then when it's looking for that license, if it can't find it, there's two sections. There's the top part of the box and the bottom part of the box. The bottom part says point to where you want it to be. If you click on Browse My Computer, you would point right to where you find it from. So you can just go right to that download, copy and paste it from that download. That's one way to do it, just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. The next thing that we want to talk about is actually in Minitab. So once you open up Minitab and you have that assignment 1, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to that PDF file. So here's my week 1 assignments. So up here, it's going to tell you the lesson plan, so it'll walk you through. With these MTW files, the only way that they'll open is within Minitab itself. So one thing that you can do with those is the same thing. Let it download. When it comes down here, that puts it right into your download folder. Copy and paste it and get it to where you need it to be. And so as you do that, what will end up happening is I personally create a C drive right on my desktop. I'll have Baypath. And so if you put right on that desktop Baypath and put it right into that folder, you know where all of those files are. And so with that PDF file, the PDF file will open up and it'll give you instructions. One thing I do want to show you within that PDF file is there's a couple sections. It's going to give you the instructions on top, and then there's really 3 sets of instructions with it. So for example, one here, where's the Minitab instructions? We actually use Minitab Express. So all those Minitab instructions you don't need. It's these Minitab Express instructions. After you go through that Minitab Express instructions, what you need to do is you have to choose, it's either a Mac or a PC, and that's the set of instructions that you need to follow. So how do I start with that first assignment? I'm going to come into Minitab. I am going to do File, and I'm going to open a worksheet. When I open up a worksheet, I'm actually going to go to Computer. So remember how I said I do Desktop Baypath? I'm going to go right into that folder. And here's my describing data graphically activity. I'm going to open that up. So those files, that's how we're going to open them. We're going to see that we have the movies with the film length. What my first assignment was telling me to do is it wants me to make a graph. So what's going to happen is I need to go to Graphs up top here. I'm going to go to Histogram and Simple. And you see how now my box comes up, histogram of single Y variable. So this is my X, the movies. The film length, I'm going to double click on it in order for it to come over here. I'm then going to say, okay, and here's my graph. So that was step 1. And then after I do that, the next thing it wanted me to do was it wanted me to change the bins. So if I click on this right here, I click on this plus sign, and then if I scroll down a little bit, I'm going to see that binning. So I'm going to click on the binning. I want cut points instead of midpoints, and it did want that 8. So if I hadn't changed this to 8 or I needed to change it, That's where I would have been able to do it. One of the other things that it wants me to do is it wants me to be able to do a footnote. If I click on that footnote check mark, and if I come in here, we can type whatever we want for a footnote. Type for a footnote. There is specific pieces that they want you to do. As they want you to do the header, I can click right on here and we type for the header. So what this is asking you to do is it's giving you those step-by-step instructions in order to follow how to create a graph in Minitab. So one of the things that Minitab is if you've ever used SAS or SPSS, different things like that, it's a statistical software that's going to allow you to manipulate the data. So just be aware in those instructions, the Minitab piece is not for us. We are using Minitab Express. And then choose whether it's a Mac or a PC. And you're just really going through those instructions and following the instructions piece by piece. And what you're going to do when you're all done with it is you will do a file, save as, pick a path. I'm going to pick that desktop bay path because I can. And we're going to call it, let's call it assignment 1. And then that's where the piece is. Yes, for those of you that saw quickly, I did call it 1A only because I had saved an assignment 1 before, but you can call it whatever you'd like. If you want to add your name to it, you can do that as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and sorry about that video yesterday not having sound, but thank you so much for letting me know.